Sometimes it takes a storm to wake you up. Not because the thunder is loud, but because the silence before it made you sleep too deep. You've been living in a loop, the same pain, the same prayers, the same patterns, just wearing different clothes each year. And until someone interrupts your rhythm with truth, you will keep calling it normal. This is not normal. You're not supposed to keep rebuilding the same dream after every December collapse. You're not supposed to wake up in January full of hope, only to crash by March and blame the year. You're not supposed to watch your greatness die quietly in the name of "I'm trying." The truth is simple. You either get better or you get left. Stop asking life to adjust for you. Stop waiting for the wind to shift, for the market to stabilize, for your family to believe in you. Jim Rohn said it clearly. Don't wish for a better wind. Wish for better strength. You don't need the economy to fix itself. You need to fix your character. You don't need a new government. You need a new level of self-leadership. Winter doesn't send a text before it arrives. Pain doesn't knock politely. Delays don't care about your mood. They come, they hit, they freeze everything around you. But when the cold enters, what matters is not the temperature. It's the fire inside you. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. Everything begins inside. That is the ground zero. If your mind is poor, your life will remain in lack even if they hand you $10 million. If your habits are broken, no opportunity will survive long in your hands. And if your spirit is weak, one rejection will destroy the seed of 10 years' vision. I will not freeze this winter. I will not repeat old mistakes. I am growing. I am getting wiser. I am rising. As the seasons change, I am changing too. Get better or get left. This is not motivation. This is instruction. You don't build a new life by wishing for it. You build it by battling the older version of you. The you that procrastinates, that doubts, that settles, that hides behind excuses and calls it timing. If nothing changes within, nothing will change without. Not in 10 years, not with 10 coaches, not even with 10 prophecies. But hear me, pain is not punishment. Every storm carries a seed. Even in the cold, water exists. Even in the silence, strategy is being born. And even in the delay, destiny is loading. So I don't run from my winters anymore. I study them. I ask, what is this pressure producing in me? Because when gold is under fire, it's not dying, it's becoming. You may be broke today, but you won't be broke forever. Don't let your current condition convince you that nothing can change. Your imagination is not just for dreams, it's a construction site. Build there first and build daily. Jim Rohn said it's time to build courage, build discipline, build inspiration. And I'll add one more, build replay. Because many of you don't fail because you didn't try. You fail because you forgot who you were. You let one failure rewrite your identity. You let one voice cancel 10 years of fire. You let one delay convince you to stop sowing. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. 1 John 4:4. That's not poetry. That's war language. The same force that raised Christ lives in you. And yet you're walking around like an orphan, talking like a beggar, living like a backup plan. No more. If you've ever doubted the magnitude of God's commitment to your destiny, read this again and let it tattoo your spirit. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. John 3:16. If he gave you Jesus, what else won't he give you? If heaven emptied its vault for you, why are you still acting like help is far? I am not helpless. I am not forgotten. I am not finished. I was born for this, equipped for this. I carry divine backing. Replay that until your subconscious believes it more than your excuses. And this isn't theory. This is life. Life has codes. And one of the master keys is consistency. Discipline is what separates prophets from pretenders. Greatness is not given to those who shout the loudest. It is assigned to those who endure the longest. Mandela stayed in prison 27 years, yet came out with purpose, not poison. Serena fell, rose, and fell again, yet never gave up. Pastor Adeboye was once just a quiet academic. Today, the world calls him a general. And that neighbor of yours, the one who lost everything twice, still walks with joy, still believes in tomorrow, still builds. They all carry the same secret. They got better, and they never gave up. And you? You want a new life? A better family? A thriving business? Then take this word and engrave it in your mindset until. I won't stop praying until. I won't stop building until. I won't stop becoming until. Not, I'll try for a few months. Not, let's see how it goes. No, until it becomes real. Until it manifests. Until my inner man matches my outer calling. He that is faithful in little shall be ruler over much. Luke 16:10. You're asking for millions, but you're mismanaging minutes. You're praying for nations, but you can't govern your thoughts. You want to impact cities, but you can't even show up on time. Start with the little, master the small, honor the ordinary. That's where greatness is born. I am building consistency. I do not quit halfway. I do not run from pressure. I rise through it. Greatness is not hype. It's daily discipline. I will do it until. Keep this word close. Wrap it around your mind. Play it in the morning. Replay it at night. Let it drip into your soul until it becomes your new default. Because this isn't hype. It's a seed. And seeds don't shout. They grow in silence, then announce themselves in harvest. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night. Then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. Joshua 1:8. Every replay is a reset. Every meditation is a rewiring. Every time you listen again, your spirit absorbs what your mind couldn't catch the first time. Every replay is a fresh seed. If something shifted inside you while listening, don't move on. Replay it. Let your roots go deep. Let your foundation solidify. You're not here to visit change. You're here to become it. So stand tall, walk strong, talk different, think higher, get better, or get left. You can't waste the season that was designed to reward you. Too many people survive winter only to sleep through spring. You fought through heartbreak. You endured delay. You even wrestled with your old mindset. Now spring has come, the season of opportunity. But you're too distracted, too casual, too unfocused to recognize that open doors have an expiration date. Spring doesn't guarantee harvest. It only offers a chance. A short, sacred, explosive chance. And if you treat that chance like it's permanent, you will miss it. This is where many destinies collapse, in comfort. The cold is gone, the heat hasn't come. Things look better, feel lighter, seem safer. You start to relax, reduce your fire, slow your steps. You think you have time, but time is the one thing no one has promised you. Seize it now. Jim Rohn said it clearly. Take advantage of the spring. Don't be fooled by the nice weather. Spring looks soft, but it is ruthless. It rewards those who move quickly and forgets those who hesitate. It is filled with potential, but it requires possession. I will not waste my window. I will not let this season pass me by. I move with urgency. I plant with focus. I protect my opportunity. I am a steward of the season. You've been praying for change. Here it is. But it's disguised as instruction, not magic. It's showing up as a requirement, not a rescue. This season won't sow the seeds for you. It will only allow you to do it. And if you're not ready, not mentally ready, not spiritually alert, not practically prepared, then you'll miss it. This is your spring, and maybe it came as a new connection. Maybe it came as new energy, a new idea, a new level of clarity. Maybe it came as a chance to start again, not just survive, but truly live. Don't waste it. Time is not unlimited. Life is not waiting. Destiny is not sitting on your couch watching you scroll. Even God will not force you to move. He will only whisper, now. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. This is that time. This is the window. This is the edge between potential and regret, between purpose and postponement, between momentum and mourning. And while you plant, don't forget to protect, because spring is not only the time to sow, it's the time to guard what you've planted. Not every voice around you is aligned with your growth. Not every environment will nourish your seeds. Not every person around you can carry what God has placed inside you. This is not the season to be soft with distractions or friendly with confusion. Guard your mind. Guard your focus, guard your energy, guard your growth. Because summer is coming, and with it, the heat. Now is the time to build a system of protection. You must feed your values, water your convictions, and defend your environment. Anything that threatens your rhythm must be checked. Anything that drains your clarity must be cut. Anything that delays your discipline must be dealt with. Above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. Proverbs 4:23. Don't just wait for enemies to show up on the outside. Some of your greatest threats live within: doubt, indifference, procrastination. These are not minor issues. They are internal assassins. And the only way to defeat them is to expose them and decide. You've waited long enough. You've talked about it long enough. You've planned and wished and tweeted and journaled long enough. Now is the time to move. I will protect what I plant. I will guard my growth. I will not entertain distractions. I will not entertain delay. I will finish what I start. Watch out for the voice that says, "Relax, you've done enough." That voice is trying to rob your harvest. Of course, you can rest, but not in the middle of planting. Of course, you can breathe, but not when the clock is ticking. You're not behind, but you must stay ahead. You're not late, but you must not be slow. Some of you are one decision away from acceleration, one difficult conversation away from peace, one bold action away from open doors. But comfort has become your counselor, and delay has become your habit. Not anymore. You are stepping into intentional obedience, focused faith, structured fire. You're not just hoping for harvest, you're designing it. And listen, this next part is important, because even if you sow well, protect well, and move fast, you still must wait. The harvest has its own time, and waiting is not weakness. Waiting is warfare. Waiting is when you choose not to panic, not to sabotage, not to start doubting just because nothing is visible yet. Let us not become weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Galatians 6:9. In due season, that's the promise, that's the code. Keep sowing, keep guarding, keep building, and keep your eyes on the God who holds time in his hands. Because when the due season comes, it will come suddenly, it will come loudly, it will come fully. And those who mocked your patience will ask for your strategy. Those who laughed at your pace will ask for your method. You're not slow, you're strategic, you're not stuck, you're being positioned. I am not late, I am not behind, I am in alignment. I trust the process, I trust the timing, I trust the God who planted me. Your future is not waiting for permission, it's waiting for your participation. Speak the word, plant the seed, cut the noise, build the system, stay the course. Trust the timing, and never forget, get better or get left. You must understand this now. Success is not owned, it is rented, and the rent is due every single day. It's not a one-time payment. It's not something you achieve and relax. It is something you become repeatedly, daily, intentionally. One small decision at a time, one difficult yes to discipline, one bold no to distractions. This is the mindset that separates wishers from winners. You see, desire alone changes nothing. It's not enough to want a better life. Everyone wants something. What separates the called from the chosen is who is willing to pay the price for what they said they desire. Wishing for change is passive, but ambition, real ambition, is aggressive. It chases change. It doesn't wait for the mood to be right. It doesn't wait for applause. It doesn't need external fire because the fire is already burning inside. That's why you must stop confusing desire with direction. It's easy to say, I want to be rich. I want to impact lives. I want to be used by God. But ambition is what translates that sentence into structured action. Ambition doesn't just say, I want. It says, I'm willing. Willing to be misunderstood. Willing to be uncomfortable. Willing to stay consistent when it gets boring. Willing to look like a beginner while becoming an expert, willing to lose sleep, willing to silence opinions, willing to fail publicly and still show up the next day. I am not just a dreamer, I am a builder. I am not just praying, I am preparing. I don't just want it, I'm willing to pay for it. This is the fire that builds legacy. Jim Rohn said it best. We have the ability to get exactly what we must have, But there's a big difference between what you wish and what you must. Your life only changes when you raise your standards from I hope to I will. This is why discipline must become your closest friend. You can shout all the affirmations in the world, but without discipline, they're just noise. You can attend every conference, take every course, read every book, but without execution, it becomes spiritual obesity, full of knowledge, starving in progress. Discipline is the difference between inspiration and transformation. It's the invisible power that makes you stand up when you want to sit down. The force that pushes you to write the book when no one is clapping. The voice that says, "Don't quit now, your future self is already watching." Discipline will hurt you, yes, but it will not harm you. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it robs you of destiny. Discipline feels hard in the moment, but it gives you something worth dying for. You can't cheat the system, you can't bypass the process, you can't pretend your way into greatness. There is no hack for consistency, and there is no shortcut for faithfulness. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Hebrews 12:11. There it is, harvest and peace, but only for the trained, not the entertained, not the inspired, not the emotional, the trained. So you must begin to train your soul, train your thoughts, train your mouth, train your habits. You're not just a person, you are a system. And until your system shifts, your story stays the same. This is why so many people feel stuck. They think they need more motivation, but what they actually need is more momentum. Motivation is a spark. Momentum is a current. Once momentum starts flowing, even the days you feel low still carry progress. That's the goal, to make movement automatic. Discipline builds momentum, and momentum breaks resistance. So let me ask you a question you may not have heard in a while. How serious are you? Because if you're not serious, nothing here will work. This isn't for casual listeners. This is not for those looking for a 5-minute feel-good fix. This is for those who are ready to rebuild the foundation of how they live. Do you want a better life, or do you want comfort? Do you want to leave a legacy, or do you want to avoid criticism? Do you want transformation, or do you just want attention? Because only one leads to impact. And hear this clearly. It's not too late to shift. You haven't missed it, even if you feel like you've wasted time. Let this word be your reset. God is not limited by your delay. He's waiting on your decision. And the decision is not dramatic, it's daily. Wake up and choose, show up and build. Keep your word to yourself. Don't break your rhythm for temporary pleasure. Don't bend your values for short-term applause. This life, your future, your family's inheritance, it is worth the price. Stop calling laziness self-care. Stop calling inconsistency flexibility. Stop calling mediocrity humility. Greatness is not proud, but it is disciplined. It is focused. It is fierce. I am a disciplined soul. I am consistent with my vision. I am faithful over small things. I honor the seed. I respect the process. You will not always feel ready, but that doesn't mean you aren't. You don't need more confirmation. You don't need another voice. You don't need another year to figure things out. You've heard enough. You've seen enough. You've survived enough. Now it's time to execute. No more begging for open doors. Build them. No more envying those ahead. Learn from them. No more doubting if God has called you. You're alive. That's proof enough. Faith without works is dead. James 2:17. You have the faith. Now build the works. Because life does not reward the one who wishes. It rewards the one who works, the one who shows up, the one who stays consistent when it's not convenient, the one who rewrites the story day by day, line by line. That one is you. Get better or get left. Now hear this and let it enter your bones. No matter how spiritual you are, how anointed you feel, how powerful your dreams may look, if you don't learn how to manage people, places, and pressure, you will sabotage your own harvest. You can be gifted and still be distracted. You can be called and still be careless. You can be anointed and still be immature with your time, your tongue, your thoughts. That's why growth is not optional. It is required. God will not give you what you're not yet prepared to protect. He won't deliver opportunity into hands that are still too loose to hold it. He won't pour new wine into old wineskins. Not because he's punishing you, but because he's protecting the oil. You say you're ready for more, but more requires management. It requires wisdom. It requires maturity. It requires discretion. Not everything is a post. Not every feeling is meant to be expressed. Not every opportunity is meant to be taken. Some doors open just to test your self-control. And yes, some doors close just to test your faith. This is why you must learn to handle increase as carefully as you handled lack, because abundance will test your character more than poverty ever did. When you had nothing, you prayed with fire. You were humble. You were patient. You were teachable. But now that you're getting attention, now that you're tasting growth, now that you're seeing light, pride is knocking. Distraction is flirting. Entitlement is whispering. Kill it now. Purge your heart daily. Not just from sin, but from foolishness, from haste, from overexposure, from showmanship, from the need to prove anything to anyone. You don't owe the crowd your process. You owe God your obedience. I protect my oil. I stay small in heart. I walk in wisdom. I do not chase applause. I build in silence. Let that be your rhythm, because in this generation, visibility is cheap, but longevity is rare. And if you don't master your soul, you'll gain attention and lose yourself. You've seen it. People who rise fast and fall faster. People who gain influence but lose integrity. People who build a brand but forget to build a backbone. Don't envy them. Pity them, because the enemy doesn't mind you shining as long as your light has no source. This is not your portion. Your growth must be real. It must be rooted. It must be private before it's public, and sacred before it's shared. God is building you to last, not to trend. He is establishing a foundation so strong that what would crush others will only cultivate you. If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Psalm 11:3. That's why he's dealing with your heart. That's why he's delaying some things, not to punish you, but to prepare you. He doesn't just want you to arrive, he wants you to reign with peace, with order, with clarity, with maturity. So stop praying for exposure if you're not yet anchored. Stop asking for platforms when you haven't mastered your posture. Influence without discipline is a disaster waiting to happen. This is your season of depth. You will go deeper than before. You will dig until the noise can't reach you. You will grow roots that reach water no matter the weather. You will become unshakable, not because of what you have, but because of who you have become. And listen, don't be discouraged if others can't see it yet. Not everyone is supposed to. You're not building for their approval. You're building for legacy. You're becoming someone your future children will thank God for. You're planting decisions today that will bloom into generational freedom tomorrow. So don't rush, don't copy, don't compare. Your process is divine. And if you ever feel like giving up, like it's taking too long, like the pressure is too much, like your effort is unseen, remember this: the deeper the foundation, the taller the structure. The longer the weight, the stronger the weight you're being prepared to carry. I am not hidden. I am being established. I am not stuck. I am being prepared. I am not forgotten. I am being planted. And when the time comes, when the platform meets your posture, when the light meets your root, when the opportunity meets your discipline, you will not fumble it. Because you didn't just dream it, you were trained for it. So breathe. You don't need to panic. You're not behind. God's not in a hurry and he's not late. Your story is still being written. One small, sacred act of obedience at a time. Keep going. Keep planting. Keep building in silence. Keep becoming. Because the real reward isn't just what you'll receive. It's who you'll become in the process. And if you ever forget the rhythm of it all, remember this anchor that never fails. Get better or get left. You must now settle something deep within yourself. You are not working for reward. You are working from identity. That's the shift. Too many people are chasing success like orphans, hustling to prove something, to earn validation, to silence old rejection. But until you know who you are, success will only multiply your insecurity. You are not trying to become valuable. You already are. You are not trying to impress heaven. Heaven already approved you when Christ said, "It is finished." You are not building for applause. You are building from assignment. This is not about ego. It's about stewardship. You are trusted with life, trusted with breath, trusted with gifts, trusted with potential. Now the question is, what will you do with what you've been given? To whom much is given, much will be required. Luke 12:48. And yes, much has been given to you, whether you see it or not, whether you've used it or not, whether others recognize it or not. It's still yours. It's still active. It's still waiting for instruction. That means you are without excuse. Don't bury your calling in fear. Don't silence your gift with comparison. Don't waste your energy analyzing other people's lane when your own field is still unplanted. You have work to do. Purpose doesn't ask for perfect conditions. It demands faithful movement. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't wait for your emotions to catch up. It calls you out of comfort, out of hiding, out of shallow living. And yes, it will cost you. It will cost you your comfort zone. It will cost you your reputation. It will cost you some friendships. It will cost you your excuses. It will cost you your pride. But hear me, and hear me well. Purpose is expensive, but regret is unaffordable. This is your moment to pay the price. To go all in, not halfway, not maybe, not when I'm less busy. Now, with what you have, with what you know, with what you carry. Even if you feel unqualified, even if you feel underprepared, even if you feel unseen, because God never called the perfect, He called the willing. And if you can say yes with trembling hands, He will strengthen you on the journey. The work is not about being flawless, it's about being faithful. So start. Start with what's in your hand. Start with the people in your reach. Start with the small, the unglamorous, the unnoticed, the daily grind, because that's where power lives. That's where identity is formed. You're not building an image, you're becoming a vessel. And vessels must be emptied before they can be filled. God cannot fill pride. He cannot fill pretense. He cannot pour into a heart that's too distracted, too bitter, too loud to listen. So if you feel like you're in a season of stripping, of silence, of delay, rejoice. That's how vessels are prepared. He's making space in you for what He's about to place on you. Let Him finish the work. Don't rush ahead with half-built foundations. Don't carry a calling you haven't been processed for. Don't demand a platform when you're still addicted to approval. Let God break what must be broken. Let Him expose what needs healing. Let Him reorder your motives, your pace, your ambition, because if you let Him shape you in private, He will release you in power. You will walk into rooms you never campaigned for. You will carry peace that money cannot buy. You will speak with authority that no title can fake. You will lead with oil, not noise. You will be consistent not because it's convenient, but because it's who you are now. I move with conviction. I work with clarity. I obey without delay. I grow without applause. I build without pride. You will no longer live to prove. You will live to produce. You will no longer hustle to earn worth. You will build because you know who you are. And who are you? You are chosen, called, equipped, forgiven, sent. You are not average. You are not background noise. You are not forgotten. You are a vessel of purpose, and your only job now is to honor that assignment. Daily, faithfully, quietly, boldly, whether they see you or not, whether they support you or not, whether it feels good or not. You don't need a crowd, you need conviction. You don't need hype, you need holiness. You don't need more time, you need more truth. You don't need more motivation, you need motion. Start today, not when it's easier, not when it's safer, now. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. Ecclesiastes 9:10. No holding back, no second guessing, no playing small to make others comfortable. The world doesn't need your version of average. The world needs your full obedience. So show up, speak up, build well. And if anyone asks you what changed, tell them the truth. I decided to get better because I refused to get left. There comes a point in every person's journey when the voice of destiny gets louder than the noise of delay. That's where you are now. You've delayed long enough. You've rehearsed the excuses. You've sat in the almost season too long. But now the call has shifted, not from the outside, but from within. It's not shouting, it's whispering. Not hype, but hunger. A deep sense that says, there's more to me than this. And that hunger is holy. It's not discontent, it's not ego, it's divine dissatisfaction. It's heaven's way of telling you that what used to fit no longer serves your future. You've outgrown survival. You've outgrown waiting. You've outgrown waiting for permission to pursue what God already gave you dominion over. Don't you feel it? You don't even enjoy small talk anymore. You're irritated by distractions that used to entertain you. You can't fake passion for the wrong things. You can't pretend to be okay with mediocrity. That's not depression. That's alignment. Your soul is waking up. Your spirit is testifying. Your future is demanding that you show up fully, finally, fearlessly. So now we speak to the delay. Delay is not always denial, but prolonged delay, tolerated too long, becomes disobedience in disguise. Stop calling it God's timing when it's really your procrastination. Stop using the language of process to cover up passivity. Stop blaming closed doors when you never knocked. Sometimes delay is comfort. You'd rather wait than risk failing. You'd rather dream than do. But hear this loud and clear. Destiny does not wait for your emotions to catch up. God will grace you to begin even while afraid. He will walk with you in the unknown. He will carry you when your legs are shaking. But what He will not do is force you to move. You must choose. Choose to begin. Choose to obey. Choose to show up even when your feelings don't agree. Because feelings are not Lord. Faith is. We walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. Not by sight, not by stability, not by mood, not by consensus, but by raw, rugged, real-time faith. The kind of faith that builds when no one's watching. The kind that starts the business with no connections. The kind that applies for the opportunity you feel unqualified for. The kind that writes the book with no promise of a publisher. The kind that serves with no platform. That kind of faith changes bloodlines. And that's what this is really about. Not just your goals, not just your dreams, your legacy, your name, your lineage. The stories your children will tell. The ceiling you break so their floor can be higher. The cycles you end. The patterns you break. You are not just building for you. You are building for generations. So build right. Don't build in haste. Don't build from ego. Don't build with borrowed blueprints. Don't copy someone else's structure and expect it to house your unique destiny. Go to God for the pattern. Hear from heaven for the strategy. You don't need 1,000 voices. You need one instruction. And when you receive it, run. Run without apology. Run without explanation. Run with boldness and precision, even if no one claps at the start. Because obedience is not always celebrated, but it is always rewarded. If you are willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. Isaiah 1:19. And you will eat well, because you will build well, because you will walk with clean hands, clear focus, and courageous heart. No more waiting for perfect conditions. No more shrinking to make others comfortable. No more negotiating with your own greatness. You will finish what you started. You will outlast every storm. You will rise not just once, but every time. I am a finisher. I am focused. I am faithful. I am unstoppable. I am chosen. I am planted. I am rising. And this is not just a season. It's a shift. You are not here to try. You are here to take territory. You are not here to impress. You are here to implement. You are not here to be loud. You are here to last. So no more small steps for a big calling. No more playing it safe when eternity is watching. No more hoping they believe in you. Believe in yourself. Heaven already voted, and God does not change His mind. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not ordinary. You are not wasting time. You are realigning with purpose. And from today, everything changes. Not because of a feeling, not because of a prophecy, but because of a decision. The decision to say, I will not settle, I will not shrink, I will not stop, I will get better, because I refuse to get left. And if ever you begin to doubt that one person can rise from nothing, that a seed can shake the earth, let history remind you. There was a young man who dropped out of college, slept on the floor of friends' apartments, collected soda bottles just to buy food. He wasn't loud, he wasn't known, but inside him was a vision. Insane, impossible, outrageous. He wanted to build technology that would change how the world thinks. That man was Steve Jobs. He didn't just build a product, he built a revolution. Because excellence was his language, simplicity was his weapon, and death didn't stop his influence. it amplified it. Why? Because he refused to settle. He built until the world had to look. Then there's the little black girl from Mississippi, born to a teenage mother, abused, silenced, counted out. But she found her voice in pain, and she made a decision to rise. That little girl became Oprah Winfrey, and she didn't just survive. She created the table that others now beg to sit at. She turned wounds into wisdom and studios into stages for healing. Because she decided early, I will not live small just because I was born in small places. And if you ever feel like your dreams are too big, look at Elon Musk, immigrant, awkward, ridiculed, bankrupt more than once. But today, nations watch his decisions, not because he's perfect, but because he's bold. He thinks in decades, not just deadlines. And when others fear failure, he fears standing still. You want legacy? Look at Nelson Mandela, locked away for 27 years, humiliated, forgotten. But when he walked out of prison, he didn't carry revenge. He carried vision. He didn't come out to complain. He came out to lead. And because of that, his name is now tattooed on time. What about Serena Williams? Compton-born, black girl, braids, power serve. The tennis world tried to define her, reject her, break her, but she became the definition. 23 Grand Slam titles later, she didn't just win, she redefined what winning looks like. And if you think success is only for those born with it, look at Warren Buffett, quiet, frugal, reads 500 pages a day, no hype, no drama, just decisions. He started early, stayed consistent, made mistakes, learned, pivoted, grew. Today, when he speaks, markets shift. You say you're too young? Look at Malala, shot in the head for going to school. A child with a voice louder than bullets. A teenager who stood before presidents, unshaken. She turned pain into a platform, and the world had no choice but to listen. You think you're too loud, too rough, too misunderstood? Then meet Muhammad Ali, loudest in the ring, quickest with his words. But deeper than the noise was a conviction no opponent could knock out. They stripped his title. He kept his dignity. He sat out 3 years of his prime because he refused to betray his conscience. Who does that? A man who knows purpose. A man who doesn't fear loss because he's already won on the inside. You think failure is final? Ask Michael Jordan, cut from his high school team, missed thousands of shots, lost hundreds of games, but those failures built fire. And that fire built the man who would become a synonym for greatness, not because he never missed, but because he never disappeared. You think rejection is the end? Ask J.K. Rowling, depressed, divorced, single mother, rejected by 12 publishers, laughed at for writing about wizards, but she didn't stop. And today, Harry Potter is a global empire, not because it was perfect, but because she persisted. These are not fairy tales, these are not exceptions, these are reminders. That vision still wins, that pain can produce power, that rejection is not a prophecy, that delay is not denial, that discipline is still the bridge between ordinary and extraordinary. So the question is not whether greatness is possible. We've seen it, felt it, quoted it, watched it. The question is, will you join the lineage? Will your name mean something? Will your story interrupt patterns in your bloodline? Will your life become a message, not just a memory? Because all these figures, Oprah, Jobs, Ali, Malala, Musk, Mandela, Serena, they were all once unseen, unknown, unproven, but they moved, and so must you. I move with vision. I build with faith. I do not wait for applause. I do not shrink from pressure. I join the legacy of those who rose when others ran. So now, the world turns to you, your name, your family, your calling. Will you answer? Will you rise? Will you finish? Will you leave proof behind? Will you become undeniable? The world has enough noise. What it needs is legacy. What it needs is you fully alive, fully aligned, fully committed to getting better. Because no matter what has happened, no matter who left, no matter what was lost, you still have time, you still have breath, you still have fire. And if you steward what's in your hands, your name will live long after your voice is gone. Get better and you'll get left. If you're still listening, it's not by mistake. Out of millions of sounds, messages, distractions, this one found you. And it found you because heaven has been waiting on your obedience. You've heard enough. You've studied enough. You've replayed long enough. Now it's time to decide. No more delay in your discipline. No more romanticizing potential. No more waiting for someone else to go first. You are the disruption your bloodline has been praying for. You are the generational alarm clock. And you didn't come this far to carry old patterns into a new season. So I declare this over you. This is your final season of almost. This is the year of completion. This is the chapter where you stop collecting revelation and start collecting fruit. You will no longer plant good seeds in toxic soil. You will no longer water what God told you to uproot. You will no longer grieve the people who walked away from your assignment, because now you've changed. You are not who you were at the start of this message. Your thinking has shifted. Your mind has been washed. Your atmosphere has been pierced. Your DNA has been spoken to. And your spirit, finally, is awake. No more waiting for confirmation. This message was your confirmation. No more waiting for motivation. This word was your fuel. No more waiting for the right time. Now is the time, so go. Build like one who has been seen by heaven. Speak like one who has been kissed by fire. Work like one who knows every seed sown in secret will be rewarded in public. Rest like one who knows God is not guessing, He is guiding. And love like one who is no longer bitter, but better. Because you got better. Not just motivated, not just inspired. You got transformed. And now that you've tasted this new level of clarity, you cannot go back to confusion. Now that your identity has been awakened, you cannot go back to imitation. Now that your hunger has been reignited, you cannot go back to waiting. This is your rise, your rebuild, your moment. You are not who they thought. You are not what you lost. You are not your delay. You are the chosen seed. You are the one who made a decision. You are the one who didn't wait to be discovered. You built until you became undeniable. You are the one who stopped chasing applause and started producing legacy. And legacy doesn't shout. Legacy doesn't compete. Legacy doesn't tweet. Legacy works. Legacy lasts. Legacy speaks when you're gone. So now walk in that, work in that, pray in that, show up in that. And when the noise rises again, when the world tries to distract you again, when your old self tries to whisper lies again, just play this word again. Let it wash you, anchor you, build you, because every replay is a seed. And one day, very soon, the harvest will speak for you. So I'll say it one last time. For every listener, every fighter, every seed planter, get better or get left. And you just got better.